How many of you remember this pack? Way back in 2015, Minecraft Console Edition came out with the Halloween Matchup Pack created by 4J Studios, and it's been 7 years since this pack has been released. How much does it hold up today? Hello my friends, my name is Forge, and welcome to another video. So today we are going to return to the Halloween Matchup Pack 7 years later in 2022. You can buy this pack on the marketplace for $6 or $9.90 Minecoins, and it comes with 43 skins, 1 world, and 1 texture pack. But however, from everything that you saw in the trailer, not everything is exactly the same on Bedrock. On the console edition, for example, the skies were orange, and there's also a slight green tint that you find around lighting, which also made the world feel a bit more ominous. But however, that's where this pack comes into play. This is the Halloween Matchup Patch created by Age of Mindstorm, which introduces a few smaller details that will match the console edition version, such as the orange spooky sky. But unfortunately, there is still no green lighting. But there's also a few update textures as well, such as for the stained glass and the wool. For instance, this is what the pack looks like when you first purchase it. So you got the stained glass over here on the right, and on the left you've got the wool. The stained glass all share the same pattern, while the wool has different patterns. But if you look at the yellow, lime, white, black, light blue, red, orange, and purple, they do not have a pattern. But however, with the patch applied, this is what the wool and stained glass now look like. So you can immediately notice a big change within the stained glass. Instead of sharing the same pattern, each stained glass now has a new pattern. And then over on the wool side, the yellow, lime, light blue, red, orange, and purple, they now have a pattern. But the only two that do not have a pattern yet is still white and black. And plus, just recently, the pack did get a big update, where the new additions for the Nether update and the Cave Eclipse update have all gotten new textures. I'm not sure about the copper blocks, but better question is, why is the mud green? But my personal favorite addition is probably the Crimson Doors. It looks like a monster mouth. That's definitely pretty cool. But I think the only way to make the doors creepier is if the 2 eyes were to blink. This pack, it was a very creepy thing when it first got released, and I remember it quite a bit. I remember the atmosphere, I remember the creepy music, and plus you had a big roller coaster, and plus you had a roller coaster that's gonna take you around the map. Right in the center of the main area, you had a jack-o'-lantern, and going a little further, you'll find an amusement park that has that said roller coaster, and it has a few games. And around the map you'll find creepy locations, such as this creepy snowman. You have a statue of a snow creature, which I'm not sure what this is. You had a mummy sheep, definitely very cool. Going off this way inside the desert, you will find a desert temple and a zombie arm. I don't remember this place. So was it like a maze or something? Yep, it was some kind of maze, which I'm solving somehow. Oh, I found a lever. Okay, I'm guessing that does something. Okay, so this takes me down right to another staircase. Well, I found my way up, and there's another sheep. So we've got 2 more levers. Oh, it opens the exit. But what is our reward? Just a music disc. That is a pretty rubbish reward. Then if you were to follow the roller coaster, it would eventually take you to these cactuses, where it's going to take you to an underground railroad. Then it's going to take you to this area where you got a creepy mausoleum and some dugout graves. But in between the destinations, there is going to be this witch house. Like, how many of you wouldn't live in this place? Whoa, definitely not me, especially with that lava pit. And the witch is apparently keeping villagers. Be free, villagers. And the one place I really loved the most was this big castle. I used to call this Dracula's castle because it looks like a castle that Dracula would want to live in. In front of the castle, you got 2 statues. Plus, you got a lava fountain, which is also pretty cool. And then the moment you enter this castle, it's gonna make it look like you're in Resident Evil. Like, don't this remind you of the first game, where you go into the mansion, then there's like creepy pictures, there's like a staircase in the middle. Everywhere you go inside this castle, you're gonna find some pretty weird rooms. So for this, for example, you got a staircase. In this staircase, it's gonna take you all the way down here, where you got a deer on the wall, a bunch of creepy paintings, which I can assume are Dracula's friends. That's definitely a cool picture. Now going back upstairs, we're gonna go up the stairs, and if you continue following around this, then you got a few other rooms. You've got a big dining room. Going up a little further, you've got a nice little stained glass window. On the other side of the floor here, you've got a big library. Going up to the 3rd floor, you've got some clocks up here. And you've got another room. With this one, I believe it's the kitchen. You've got a human head in a jar, an eyeball in a jar, and some goop in a jar. And this is what happens when you combine them together. Not very good. You also had a door to the outside, which if you wanted to get a view of everything, then you could definitely do so. And then right on the other side, you've got another door which takes you to a bedroom. And going up a little further, you've got a big room which has an organ in the middle. Like, this is a big castle. Trust me, there's a lot of rooms, there's a lot of really cool places, and I think you might enjoy living here. Like, we only made it to this area, and look how big it is. Now, right across from the starting area, you've got a big, huge graveyard. You've got mausoleums, you've got graves, coffins, and across from the graveyard, you will find a creepy mansion. Hello? Anybody home? I thought I saw a broken fountain outside. This is a pretty creepy place. But there are several other locations that you might find throughout the map. But just everything about the matchup pack, it definitely screams Halloween. From the locations, from the atmosphere, and even the creepy music, you've got everything that feels like Halloween. But the final thing we'll look at is going to be the skins. And there is a total of 43 skins. You have vampires, you've got Frankenstein's monster, mummies, werewolves, ghosts, and so much more. And even this creepy scientist dude. But with that being said, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments on what you think of this pack, and do you remember the Halloween matchup pack? The patch I mentioned in the beginning of the video, they'll also be in the description. But go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye!